I play a lot of string instruments and I don't have anything else to do right now, so I decided I would make a video about my collection. Let's get going. I have a mandolin. This is an Ibanez mandolin that I bought at a local music shop. I'm not tying in because I don't do that. I had to bring this to my cousin, who's a guitar maker, and figure out whether the bridge or the nut was too high. So we figured out that the bridge was too high. He sanded it down in the curve. As you can see, the instrument is curved. The bridge sits on a curve, so he sanded it on the curve that the instrument was. I put new strings on it when I got it. I got a set of strings, and that's about it. I have it tuned regular mandolin style. Not much special about that. The next one is a ukulele that I got when I was working at a different music shop, not the same one that I got the mandolin from. And this is a Luna High Tide. It's electric. Controls. There's a plug here. I didn't do anything to it, really. Nothing. I think I might have put new strings on it at some point. That one's not very interesting to talk about. This one's called School Bells. This is mine. I wrote it when I was going to MCC, and I wrote it based on the ding dong, ding dong. Alright, so two people had put chords up, and I don't know if either of them was right, so I used them both. The second one was much more complicated. I'm not doing it that way anymore. I made a different way to do it. So let's see what happens. If you've never flown on dragon wings, don't come out with me to play. And if you don't have a magic sword, you'll just be in the way. Those not in the mood for questing had better stay at home. If you're not up for adventure, I'd be better off alone. Magic glory for our kingdom, mighty heroes, quest for freedom, epic journey fraught with danger, valiant warriors, rogues and rangers, wizards and the sorcerers, slinging magic spells, evil necromancers calling demons straight from hell. The soldier and the warrior clash a blade upon a shield, great two-handed Viking swords in a one-hand dual wield. Magic glory for our kingdom, Becky warriors, quest for freedom, epic journey fraught with danger, valiant warriors, rogues and rangers, multicolored dragons paint the midnight sky. Vile orcs and goblins fall upon our swords and die to save the fairest princess. magic spells and shining steel. The villains have all died. Raise our flag of victory and into glory ride. Magic glory for our kingdom. Mighty heroes, quest for freedom. Epic journey fraught with danger. Valiant warriors, rogues and rangers. I'm shocked that I did that right. It's little hiccup in the beginning there on the chorus, but that's the kind of stuff that you get over when you're a musician. Just like, keep going. It's one of the only rules in life. You just keep going. This one's a little bit more interesting. This is an 8-string ukulele. It's double coursed like a mandolin. So you see how the strings are doubled? That's double coursed, for those of you who don't know. I bought this online and I selected the second lowest price, which was a good idea because the lowest price one had sharp frets and I didn't know how to dress frets at that point. The only thing that I really did to this was I replaced the bridge piece with a bass string, which is going to become a theme. I do it a lot because the bridges that come on these things are too high and I don't want to cut or sand them because that's just asking for trouble. So I have a set of lots of different sizes of bass strings that I pulled off basses when I changed strings, and I'm not pulling that out right now because it's right over there, like maybe 2 feet away, but the ends are all coily from being in tuning pegs and I don't want to deal with the mess that's going to make pulling it out and putting it back. So we'll move on to the next instrument, which is a little bit more interesting. This wild bugger is a bass ukulele, regular ukulele, double neck. It came with Thundergut and Nilegut strings, and I didn't change them because that's what I would have put on it. I put some nice stickers on it for Okafo's BMX brake stuff. I don't know what this thing is, and there's a little thumbs up thing that came on either the back of this, the inside of this, or another instrument. Because I got the green one from my friend at work, and this one, I found this in a sticker pack that my mom got me for Christmas, and I thought that was really cool to have all 3 circular green stickers. This was, it's electric, so it was wired with a switch to switch between the bass side and the regular ukulele side, which I thought was the stupidest thing in the world when you got a double neck instrument, because I want to play both necks at the same time, which is really weird. So like, see what I mean? Like, I want to play them both. It gets interesting when you start doing tapping on the bass neck and then strumming. So like an F sharp chord, that's a little bit harder to do in a chord progression. So this one's really hard to play the way I want to play it. I haven't put in the time and effort to really learn it. it's back burner. But I think it's really cool. Next up, we have a Mitchell banjo that I bought from some dude on Craigslist. It's regular. Everything's normal. He had gotten it from someone who had it hung on a wall, and you can see on the back it's got like some marks. That's from hanging on the wall. Everything was relatively functional when I got it. I sanded down the bridge maybe a little bit, and I adjusted the neck angle some, and I put new strings on it, and a new head on the body. I had this bugger all the way apart. I serviced every piece of it because that's fun. I love working on stuff. Next, we have the biggest bad boy in my collection. This is my Ibanez Soundgear SR, where'd it go? SR 506. This isn't even made anymore. I put a bunch of stickers on it, which I can show you now. We've got a googly eye at the top. This is a sticker that came on the bottom of a corncob pipe, because I used to smoke corncob pipes. This one is irreplaceable. Nobody else has it, and nobody else is ever going to get it. I'm never going to get another one either. This is a mammoth that was drawn by my friend Logan, who is no longer with us. He drowned. Went out on a boat with his friend and couldn't get back. It was very sad because Logan was a really cool guy. I've got Pippi Longstocking because she's wild, and this like Barbie on a winged unicorn deal because it's cool. I like it. This is tuned in B standard. That's going to become another theme with my 6-string instruments. So like basses tend to be tuned like the bottom 4 strings of a guitar, but all the way across. When bass players play basses, but I'm a guitar player, so I tuned it like a guitar, so I would know where everything is. This got me started on B tuning for guitars because I wanted to match my bass and not get lost. And now B tuning has become my standard. I really like it. I entered a band with a local guy who's been in bands a lot like me, and he was shocked that I was playing in B because I like power metal and fast and pretty, and he liked slow and ugly. And the B tuning guys tend to play more slow and ugly than the E tuning fast and pretty guys. It's this weird thing that guitar players do. If you're not a guitar player, don't worry about it. Next up is an Ibanez RG470 that I got from the scourge of Craigslist in our local area. His last name on his email is JJJJJJJJJJJJJJJJJ, and this was owned by someone who replaced the pickups with active EMGs, and inside the screwed down control cavity there's a battery compartment, and I hate it because I don't want to unscrew this thing every time I want to play it to put the battery in and out, because I don't want my batteries going dead sitting in a guitar that's on the rack for months, which many have been. This is some pink stuff that I got from work. It's like ribbon, and I taped it on because I thought it was the cool thing at the time. It's not that cool. And the ponies and Rainbow Bright are like, that was my thing at the time, was putting girly stickers on manly items. I got a set of 8s strings, and this is tuned to E regular, because I want to have B and E guitars, just because it's fun to have different stuff. As you'll see, my collection goes on and on and on. This is one of my favorites. Guess what it is? An Ibanez RG470. And I got this way back when I was in my first real metal band. I got it from a local music store that sold a lot of used stuff that's not around anymore. I did a little bit of minor adjustments when I got it, and then I got a different guitar from a different person, my cousin, and I decided that the best idea, functionally and appearance-wise, was to switch the bridge and the tuning machines between both guitars, because this one had black and black, and it was all black, and I thought that didn't have any contrast, so I put the silver ones on, like bare metal, whatever. This one's tuned in B, and this is a Jackson pickup from a Charvel that I got from my cousin, and I went wild, like, stickers, stickers, stickers. These are some picks that I got from another local music store that's also not in business anymore. And I was doing the zombie unicorn thing for a bike, and I thought, hey, why not throw one on my guitar? Because it's fun. Yeah, I wired my own pickup because I know how to do that by trial and error. And it turns out that trial and error is the best method for wiring pickups, because you can test what you've just put together. You just twist the wires together, don't solder until you know it's right. Sometimes I don't even solder at all. This one has a little bit more story. When I was 16 years old, I went to the most famous local music store, and I was looking for a guitar. And when I was heading through the used section, because we wanted low price, my parents were paying for it, one of the guitars in the rack was this. So the guy let me hold it and try to, like, put my hands on it and get used to it, but it was broken. It was missing one of these guys. As you can see, there's only 5, and I've got a plug on this, and I pipe cleanered a guitar tuning peg from another electric guitar at the top for the B string. The rest of the strings lock in up here and tune down here, so I locked mine in down here where it's missing the thing that can't be replaced because you can't get them, and it tunes up here. I painted it. It was black. This is a Sinsonics Katana. It was made in Japan in the 80s. Nope, Korea. Korea. I don't know if you can see that. I had this bad boy all apart. I didn't rewire it, but I painted it. I've done setup work, and I ended up filing the frets down because they were sharp. But that was only after I learned how to do it and that it needed to be done and got the tool, which I keep by my desk because it's so small. It's just a little file that takes metal. I was inspired by the Arsis Forced to Rock video because James Malone plays a pink and black guitar in that video and he plays it so well. And I said, if I want to sound hot like James Malone, I want a pink and black guitar in my collection. This is the guitar that was made by my cousin for me. His guitar company is called Jev. His name starts with a J, and his daughter's name starts with EV. And I designed the body shape so that I could hold it like this. It just fits between your legs down here and sits in classical position. And we designed the horn so that it would balance when you put a strap on it, because the body is made of really light wood. This one has the bridge and tuners from the Ibanez RG470 that was just so recently shown. I painted this twice. My first paint job wasn't wild enough, so I went back and I did more. And we call this the Ergo Shredder. So it's got Shredder on it. There were some minor issues and some miscommunication issues about different specifications. I sanded the neck because it was orange peel finish, and you can't slide your thumb across orange peel finish very well. And what else? Oh, the switch. I ordered a bunch of these big old switches to put on guitars because I like vintage equipment and vintage electronics, vintage controls on modern technology. It's this weird thing. I like weirds. You're getting to know. If you're watching my videos, you're getting to know I like weird stuff more than is probably healthy. Teisco Tulip. Teiscos were made in Japan, definitely. I know. And it has the old Teisco logo. I put flat wound strings on it because I want it to sound doomy and like mid-rangey with a lot of bass. This one is tuned to either B or A standard. I know A standard is like Nile death metal tuning, but I like it on my vintage Teisco. This whammy bar deal comes off with just this easy screw here. This little thing here was on it when I got it through eBay, and it covers a little hole that looks like it was burned in. I haven't really replaced that to make it prettier yet. I had the guitar tech at the music store that I used to work at take a look at this and do some adjustments with the neck and the bridge, and then I did adjustments after his adjustments to make it like mine. Everything else is pretty much stock. It's just a cool guitar. I've used it on recordings through this Scotty Ian Black 13 pedal, and the guy that liked B tuning that I was in a band with loved that sound. I like it too, but it's not like my go-to. There's a company in China called Muzhu, or there was a company in China called Muzhu. Now they're called Bat King. I found one of their instruments on eBay because I was looking for ukulele basses, and this was advertised as like a mini 5-string ukulele bass. It's active. The battery compartment is easy to open, so I can pull the battery. The electronics are not that great. When I opened this, I said it looked like black Pescetti because there was so much extra length of wire in this bad boy. I didn't change the strings. I hardly changed anything except I sawed off the horn because I couldn't reach the high frets. Sanded it. This one came out okay. It's just, it doesn't have the finish on it where I cut it off. It's all sanded down. It's nice and smooth. It's fun to play while I'm like watching a movie and I want to hear what people are saying and like do a little bit of writing and theory practice. This is my 8-string Muzhu. Now Bat King, but I got the Muzhu version. This came in such terrible shape that I can't even describe. I fixed everything. Here, this was too high, so I had to grind wood out of a new guitar. It's multi-scale, so fan fret. I don't know what direction you can see that best. The electronics were okay, except that the switch was installed backwards. And I installed the 4-star Dragon Ball because that's the one that Goku's grandfather Gohan gave to him. And I thought that's like this primal thing in the Dragon Ball series is Goku's first Dragon Ball. I put dinosaur stickers on it. I adjusted everything. The neck is so shimmed that I'm worried about the stability of it. This is a sticker that I got when my mom ordered a Victorious shirt for me for Christmas. Victorious is a German like power speed metal band, and they're one of my favorites. This is the guitar that taught me how to dress the end of frets, because these frets were so sharp that I was going to cut my hand if I didn't dress them. It came in terrible shape, and I almost want to thank Muzhu Bat King because that guitar taught me so much about working on instruments. I got this bass from another like music equipment website. It's an Ibanez SRC6, which is a crossover guitar bass. It's tuned in E, and the scale length is between guitar and bass. I didn't do anything with the electronics. I think I put new strings on it, but otherwise everything's stock. This one's got easy, not as easy as the little bass there, battery compartment for the active pickups. Everything else was pretty good on it. I was amazed that I didn't have to adjust more. This guy I got from a local music shop that is still in business because they're good. One of the guys there uh, put up with me being weird and wanting B tuning strings for my classical guitar. This one that I got there, and I got the B tuning strings there. The dude there figured out the string gauge to get me B tuning in classical, which is really, really tough. I had this sitting on my rack for a long time, and I heard a bang one day because the bridge popped off. So, not having a clamp that would do that, I got some wood glue and a drill, and I bolted and glued this bridge on. It's never coming off. The electronics don't work anymore. I don't know why. It's been kicked around at parties at my friend's house in Hamlin when I was younger, my early 20s, and we were drinking a lot of beer and getting sloppy and playing music because it's fun. It was fun then. It would be fun again if I didn't have stomach ulcers. This guy is another story. I had been working at the music shop that I worked at, and we carried Hohner instruments. This is a Hohner HCO2, which is my favorite classical guitar of all time. It's a half size, maybe 3/4. It's gotta be 3/4 because I got half sizes over here that I'm going to show you next. And there's a website that sells kits to make your miniature classical guitar into a ukulele bass. So I made this into a ukulele bass. This was my second one because I liked the first one so much, but it was such a bad guitar to start with that I said I need to make another one, and I did a much better job with this. Another bass string bridge because bridge was too high, and I took the gears and the peg out of the tuner, and this is wonderful. This thing, my cousin said, has that can't put it down feeling. It's nearly immaculate. It's very classy. I like it, and it's electric. The ukulele bass kits come with electric. This is the first one I made. And this one I got at the same guitar store that I got my Synsonics Katana at. I bought this guitar at the same time as the Synsonics Katana, which was like probably 20 years after I had been there and tried out the Synsonics Katana when I was 16. I thought it's not worth much, so I put a zombie unicorn sticker on it, and I covered the pick guard with psychedelic paper. And the reason that I made the second bass was because this one, the neck wasn't very good, it doesn't have a truss rod, and I botched the bridge pretty bad when I made space for the bass strings. Another bass string bridge. We're coming to the end. Thanks for staying with me if you're still there. I don't know what else to do. This is my Sticker Bomb miniature classical. It's for playing songs, and I probably changed the strings. I must have. This came with such bad strings on it that I had to change the strings. Another bass string bridge. I put stickers all over it. There's bicycle stickers. This is a local restaurant. Rainbow Bright, Carl Sagan, Mr. Rogers, zombie unicorn with Rainbow Bright, horse. These are bicycle stuff. This bicycle stuff. I don't know what this is. I got it from my friend at work and he thought I would like it, and I do. It's got stickers all around it. Ponies and an owl, Invader Zim character, this weird horse from a book of stickers that my aunt gave me. I don't know what that thing is. This was from some sticker set. GoPro. I have a GoPro. I think that came with it. Here's the back. InfoWars sticker, Alex Jones, back when he used to be cool, before he started supporting Trump. Gandhi. Who's this guy? Bill Nye. Racist. I got this one at a COVID test before surgery. This is a ganja store that my friend who gave me the ass sticker gave me. Dinosaur sticker bomb. I like it. It's fun. So, those are my guitars. Thanks for taking a look. This gave me something to do for a little while.